Hi, welcome back. Um, Today in this video, I definitely want to be really pointed. First off, on my website, which is American for Reform, I have a link, Activism. One of the ways, I started these videos out by talking about being active, that now is our time to act, now is our time to get involved, now is the time for the American people to stand up. And not only just stand up on, you know, for a period of time, what I like to call a flash pan movement, but to stand up and actually make a difference. Go and do the hard work. And what I mean by do the hard work is the basic grassroots activism, as well as the hard studying that needs to be done to write resolutions, and to get those resolutions to the proper committees and things like that. So that's the type of activism that I'm talking about. We're not talking about being armchair activists where we sit around and we moan and we groan about what's going on, but we've done nothing to try to help it. Now, a lot of people will say that, well, there's nothing that can be done. That's not the America our founders uh, had put in place. The America that our founders intended was an America that was governed by its people, and so I choose through the organization that I'm trying to establish here. I choose to reclaim my government. And so this is how I'm doing it. Well, go to my page anyway. Go to my webpage, and under the which is americaforreform.wordpress.com, and under the link activism, you click there, and it's going to go to Heritage Action. Now, I want this to be the source of activism. They'll give you all the latest updates. They'll give you letters and topics to call your congressman about. And this, if you're scared to get kind of active, this will help you do it in a very, very substantial way. So I want you to go and do it, and then look for me. Look for me as a friend. Add me as a friend, and let's build a coalition. Let's use that as a forum to build a coalition, and start moving this thing forward. Oh, I have in about 25 minutes. My podcast is coming up, and on the podcast, I want to just kind of give you an announcement of what I'm going to talk about. On the podcast, we're going to talk about the budget. Um, and so in this video, I want to kind of give you a brief rundown of what I'm going to talk about. The first thing that I'm going to talk about um, is identifying that the budget is our number one problem. Spending and deficit is our number one problem in this country. It's been said time and time again. So that's understood. Two, I want to make very clear that what the problem is. As a conservative, or who's to blame? As a conservative, as a conservative Republican, um, it's it is intellectually dishonest to shift the blame and say, well, it's only been the Democrats, it's only been Obama. No, it's been Republican presidents as well. That's why the whole system needs to be reformed, because we are both parties are guilty of it. Um, the question is not who is to blame. The question is how can we fix it, and that's what I want to focus on. As you know, our budget, the biggest driver of our deficit, is going to be the entitlement programs, Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. These consume 43% of federal spending. All right, and um, So what that does again is put us on a very, very, very unstable path, and we continue to go down the path, and we're gonna have major issues. Not, I'm talking about issues as far as decline, because this will bankrupt us. Um, so I'm going to talk about these things. Uh, the the thing that I find, I'm sorry, I'm gathering my thoughts. The thing that I find interesting is that when people talk about the budget, they talk about balancing it, which is what we're going to promote. They talk about what's in it, um, the amounts that it adds to the deficit, what it takes away from the deficit. But what is crucial in fixing our budgetary problems is our spending, and the way that we and the things that were the size. Let me say the size of our government. So the broadest way to fix our budget problem is to reduce the size of government and make very, very difficult choices in what to cut. Um, and my proposal, my just a brief uh, a statement on my proposal is to cut everything for the last 4 years, cut everything that Obama has tried to put in. Cut that, and then we'll look back and we'll make some more cuts. Um, the one thing that I'm so tired of hearing is that we're going to cut defense. Our constitution, the constitutional is a constitutional priority that defense be one of the major items in which we spend on. Now, I don't, as some of you may know, I don't agree with Ron Paul's um, complete isolationism, but as far as our involvement around the world, I think there are strategic places that we can be involved, and so we definitely narrow our focus, but we don't need to cut defense at all. So in about 30 minutes, definitely log on to my website, go to the radio program, and listen to my podcast um, on the budget. So that's really the whole month of March we're focusing on the budget. So um, join me in studying the budget. Email me on ideas. Call me. My phone number, if you go and you choose to use Heritage Action as your activist platform, my phone number is there. You can give me a call. You can email me at bguillery@gmail.com. And let's talk about the budget. Let's talk about things that we can do um, in proposing budgetary reform. The month of March and into April is all about the budget. So let's get to work. Uh, so that's all for today. I'll see you again next time. Thank you and God bless.